So he's taking all the dry stuff from the outside and putting it into the middle. This way there's always a little pool of water in the middle. And you can see how much Panamanians like to help with these projects. I like to be involved.
We didn't even know that he was home. Thank God he was.
And he looks like an expert mixer. And this is a great way to build relationships with people. Ahorita yo les voy a enseñar su video. Ustedes ya son famosos.
We can put it on my computer and I can show you.
You can see that Dee and I are dressed.
Looking good.
It's hard to look good in the campo. Let me just show you how beautiful the surroundings are here. This is the summer months, so do not be fooled by the blue skies. But it sure is beautiful, isn't it?
Ahí bien, ahí bien.
¿Y usted cuántas veces usted usa como su estufa a cocinar como frijoles?
Su fogón.
¿A usted tiene un fogón de las 3 piedras? Ajá. Y dime, ¿puede enseñarlo para que pueda enseñar por el video su fogón? No importa, para que la gente vea cómo es un fogón.
Ah, pero la gente de Caizán conoce perfectamente bien.
Eso también es por un video de algunos estudiantes en los estados.
Sí, llévala así para los Estados Unidos.
Okay.
Sí, no, la gente de Caizán conoce. Sí,
Ajá.
la gente de Caizán es
Okay. We're going to show you what she's cooking on right now.
Ya viene Ricardo. Por aquí está el fuego.
Y eso es la leña que usted usa. Oh. Ajá. So here's the firewood that she... ¿Y dónde tiene que ir a recoger eso?
Allá por el potrero.
She has to go up and find that.
Está feo.
No importa. Ajá. ¿Y cómo se usa eso?
Esto, uno le mete la leña allí.
Ajá. So you put the kindling right in the middle. Y la paila va para arriba.
Yo le pongo esto para subirlo más.
Ajá.
Que más.
So she puts this rock. Ajá. Y está negro porque produce mucho humo, ¿verdad?
Humo, sí.
Y a veces no le duele sus pulmones como cuando respira tanta humo.
No, porque yo pongo esa olla y yo me voy.
Ah, okay.
Yo vengo a soplarla y darle más leña. Nada más.
Ah, okay. So she says that she puts it on and it produces a lot of smoke, but she goes into the house while it cooks here. Which, hopefully that's not a fire cause. I would imagine it would be so. ¿Y cuánto demora para cocinar como, vamos a decir, los frijoles? Sí.
Los frijoles yo los pongo como a las 7 de la mañana para que estén al mediodía.
Oh, okay. So for kidney beans, she puts on at 7 a.m. so that they're ready for lunchtime. Yo creo que usted va a ver con este otro fogón que no demora tanto, que se caliente más rápido. Vamos a ver, tenemos que experimentar.
Sí, para que sea más rápido. Puede ser.
Ajá. Gracias por enseñarnos. So she says, so I told her that I believe that with this new mold, with this new stove, it will take less to cook her beans because it is hotter and it concentrates the heat through the chimney and to the pot so that there's not so much heat escaping, which is also burning up the leña, the kindling.
It also promotes, helps with the deforestation because a lot of people, like Annie was saying, will cut down trees to get dry wood.
Kindling.
Kindling. And so this way they don't need huge pieces of wood because this stove only requires pieces of wood that are like a foot long and like this round, not very big at all. So you can, it's easier to find.
Easier to find, and it's usually the women that are going out to find kindling, or the young kids, you know, when they're coming home from school and they have to help around the house. And this way, the less wood that they have to find, the more time they have either to play or hopefully to do homework. So you can see that it's getting nice and muddy, I guess.
You want it to be like a pudding consistency.
Pudding.
Yeah. Because you don't want it to be too wet, because if it's too wet, it'll sit in the mold and it'll take really long to dry. But this looks perfect. Senor Tule was just telling me how this is what they used to make the houses out of in the central provinces. Because this kind of earth, the clay earth, they made bricks out of it and then put it together like they would cement. So there's still some that exist now, but not very many.
Where we live in the Highlands, we're in the Highlands right now, close in the province called Chiriquí. If you want to look it up on the internet, look up Panama. We live in the Highlands where it's a lot of volcanic soil. So it's really rich and dark and black, and they say that the only things that don't grow are the things that you don't plant. But when it comes to making these stoves, that sand, the earth that we have, doesn't work as well for these stoves. So, but for the rest of Panama, the country's rich with this red clay, this earth that kind of sticks together more than the sand that we have, than the earth that we have. So it's kind of, it's a blessing, but in our project, it takes us a little bit of work to find the appropriate clay for these stoves.
¿Cuál? ¿Esa?
No, de la
de la grande. Sí. Porque era de tierra de nosotros aquí, esa tierra no sirve.
No había color.
Sí. Eso era un experimento. Eso quemó.
So, along with all successes comes failures, and one of Dee's first stoves that she made with the sand, the earth here, and it wasn't the right kind of earth, and the stove ended up kind of exploding. But you live and you learn, and now we have this beautiful red clay. So, we're putting the clay mixture in